Hello, hello. How are you guys? And it is RK. I'm here with Sacred Para. I hope you guys are having an awesome, amazing Friday. I'm here on a different day. Usually we're collaborating and connecting and conversating on a Saturday. Well, I'm here on a Friday and I have a very, very special guest today. And it is at Laura Did That. Hi, how are you? Thank you for joining. I'm actually going to be dialing you in. Hi, Life and Dolda. That's my soul sis right there. So glad that you guys are with me today. I'm really hoping and praying that you guys are having an amazing time throughout this week and today, and that this week, hello beautiful to you too, has been really encouraging for you. So nonetheless, today we're going to be talking about dance, and I'm excited about it. Some of you guys know I love dance. Hi, Coach Play, spelled with an I, not a Y. Any of your fitness goals, nutrition goals, contact him. So without further ado, I am going to call in Laura Did That so that we can conversate about... I can't invite you. But we can conversate about dance. I don't know why, but it doesn't have invite available. Let me try it again. I tell you what, I think I know why. Laura Did That. By chance, are you following my page? Because I think if we're not connected, then I'm not able to invite you. If you're not following my page, can you hit follow? And then I should be able to connect you in that way. Because that's happened before where we're going to conversate and then we weren't following each other's page. And so we weren't able to actually do the conversation until that took place. Yes. You are following. Well, why won't it let me connect you? Let me try this again. Oh, wow. My joys. Anyway. I'm hitting invite. I wonder if there's another way of doing this. The only thing I can think of would be I may need to... Oh, there we go. It's invite several times. All right, there we go. I think it's going to go through now. It's like invite. So,
Hey, how are you?
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good.
I was trying to connect from my iPad. I think that was the issue. So I jumped off the iPad and now I'm on my phone.
Okay, that's probably what it was. That's no problem. Thank you for joining me today. I'm really, really excited to talk to you.
Excited to talk to you too.
So, some of you guys know I usually talk about dolls and doll stories, and Laura, you're associated with the doll industry, but I wanted us to conversate, and it's not, putting it on the back burner. It's a huge part of what we do, but I wanted us to talk about dance today because I saw your video and I was like, oh my gosh, like it wasn't just the dance movements. Like I could really tell that you're a dance enthusiast, like you're passionate about it. Then I read your caption and you were like getting back to me again. I commented, I was like, that speaks to me because that's really where I'm at with it.
Yeah.
So what is your history with dance?
My history with dance stems from my mom. When my mother was like a dance major. She danced all in high school. She went to college briefly and then had me and then continued being a dancer. She was an aerobics dancer when I was
What?
and it's funny because not too long ago, it was earlier this year, I had opened up to my mom and asked her about this memory I kept having, but I was like, I keep remembering myself like in a gym with a bunch of mirrors and seeing a lot of women's legs. And I'm like, and that's all I remember. It was just a lot of leggings. And I was like, but I'm short. All I see is legs. She was like, oh, I used to bring you to work with me when I was an aerobics instructor in Bally's in the 80s.
Wow.
So and you were just so sweet. You used to just really watch. And so I watched my mom a lot, and I'm thankful that she confirmed that memory I had. I'm like, is this a dream or something I saw in a movie? Why do I keep seeing this every now and then, like having that memory? And so I just was very inspired by my mom and her dancing. I could see the joy in her spirit, in her eyes, and her happiness. Like that when she would dance at home freely and then obviously when she was an aerobics instructor, it's something she really was passionate about. But you know, as time went on, she lost her passion for dance. She's still a,
Oh, really?
but she didn't really, things happened in her life to where she didn't continue on with that. So from there, you know, my passion for dance started from seeing my mom. And then you know, I did elementary school drill team and cheerleading, song leading, all like that in high school. And then from high school throughout college, even into my adult life, being a mom, I danced at church. I was part of like the liturgical dance team and the hip hop dance team, girl, up into my 40s. Okay, we finally stopped. But I danced for years, and it really was something. And you know, as I got older, it was getting less and less in my life, and so literally, I had it. I was able to keep it in a spiritual form, you know, expressing myself in dance with my church dance team. But when that went away, it was just mom work, and I made very little time for myself to dance, just to have fun. And now I'm, you know, I'm going on 43, elbows is popping, neck is snapping, you know. I'm feeling myself getting older, but and at the same time, just kind of like missing something. You know, I create, you know, doing dolls, and I create for myself, even just to get dressed, like to inspire myself, what colors I want to wear, what kind of finish I want to put on my lipstick, you know. But
Yeah.
dancing is just something that was before actually the art came, and from before I even discovered I could draw. So, you know, I had been dancing sometimes to myself, you know, with my, you know, ring light. I sometimes would record myself dancing, but I would never post it because I had got to a point where, you know, a lot of things happened in my life to where I got insecure about my dancing. Before I will bust down, battle me. People, if you're in high school and you're watching me, they know. Uh, I will bust down and, you know, and dance. But as I got older, I got, you know, a little, not a little, but just very insecure about myself. And then I would give myself excuses of responsibilities that came before me, even spending 5 minutes dance a one song, girl, you know,
I know how that is.
myself. And, you know, I have a really great friend that's in my life right now, and he has been very encouraging to me, like, get back to do what you want to do. Get back to dancing. Get back to doing the things that make you happy. You know, of course, getting my nails done and a new purse will make you happy, but that's not true fulfillment that you can give yourself. And that dancing, like I have that one video that took all the courage in me to even post. I used so many different filters and changed it around because I was like, oh, my living room and oh, the lighting, oh, the position of the camera, all that kind of stuff. And I was just like, just let it go. Just let it go. It was fun. Let it go. And I'm just so happy that it inspired you, you know, to
It did.
have this conversation. And the caption was real, like just really just getting back to me and finding myself through dance and create, you know, and creating just that motion, just that freedom, you know, just for fun, just for fun. And
Yeah.
it's a joy that you can give yourself that doesn't cost anything but some time. And it's invested.
Oh my gosh, you said so much, and I mean, like literally, your story reminds me even of mine because my mother used to dance. My mother used to do fashion shows and so forth. So, you know, I was similar to you. I was with her when she was doing things, and you know, traveling with her with her models and so forth. There was just always music going on, and so it sticks in you and it's ingrained in you. But I could tell now that was going to be one of my, you know, one of my questions about like, did you do cheerleading or dance team? Because I saw the sharpness. I saw that. That's not something you pick up on the streets, okay? This right here and this right here. I was like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Because I used to do dance team. And I used to do cheerleading.
Okay. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, let's go with the sharpness. Oh, yes. Yes, I'm about windows and I'm about sharpness. Even when we were out in the club, it's like windows?
Yeah.
one right here, we all see.
Exactly. Like, you know, even for me to even remember, like, I would get sometimes, what I noticed about myself when even doing that dance was, okay, I'm moving my arms. Oh my God, I'm not moving my feet. Like, move around a little bit, change your position, you know. So it's helping me create, you know, even just doing that day and posting it has helped me be able to be creative in other ways, like even back into my work, like, you know, have to brainstorm all the time. So what sparked that, you know, me giving myself that creativity in my body And once I had to sit down and start thinking of some new ideas for work, it was just like, it just came out so much easier. There was no block because I gave myself that freedom, that I actually needed.
I'm glad that you said that, because one of the questions that I usually ask whenever we talk about story is, what do you do? What would be a tip that you have for writer's block? And I believe just in general, creative block, like what do you do if you're constantly designing, if you're doing art and you find yourself kind of hit that wall? And I like what you just said, do something else that's creative. Dance. And dancing, just like allowing yourself to just express and be creative and have movement. And then when you go back to the drawing board, regardless if that's writing or drawing, whatever it is, like you said, it'll just flow.
Yes.
So I like that as a tip. Now, do you find dancing to be therapeutic?
Very therapeutic. I mean, sometimes I do really slow music. So it's more, abstract and contemporary. And then the fun stuff is always fun. And then sometimes I dance with pom-poms, which I haven't shown anybody in a long time, but I should. I might post that of me just doing more of like a pom-pom routine. So it's different types of dance, music, give you different energy, and just helpful in different ways, just to get it in. I love dancing actually to just dance, and that kind of helped me be able to feel free to freestyle. Just dance, you're watching, and for me, at first I was just kind of just doing the same thing in the mirror, and I was like, okay, let me put my Xbox on and cut on some Just Dance, and and it got fun. So I danced to a couple of songs. And then I let a song. I was like, okay, now let me play my music. I really want to hear some Megan. So I played that. And then it's Megan. Sometimes music is just very empowering, for a woman. And so,
yeah,
let loose on that and decided to record myself. Sometimes my best dances are not recorded. I'm like, dang, I don't remember none of that. I just did. Let me make sure I got my phone on next time so I can have it. But yeah, just doing different types of dance is cool. And there's, whatever powers you, something that usually for me is stemming back to my childhood, what I loved. So I still have my jump ropes, girl. I got double dutch ropes, but I need 2 more players. And
count me in.
Yes.
I learned how to jump rope all over again.
Yes. But those, that's why I know I was my most creative is when I was a child. I was just free from, adulthood puts all these bondages of bills, responsibility, and time schedules and stuff. And, we used to have that time to go outside and play and just be and just do. And so I just try to find some moment in my day to be able to have that sense of play for myself.
I agree. Yes. Thank you for bringing that up, because this is about adults playing. And a lot of times we get to that place in our adulthood with priorities and stress and relationships, and I'm not just talking about like intimate relationships, just family relationships and work, coworkers and so forth, that it becomes mind-boggling and you don't really know how to play anymore. And I believe that even as kids, we had stress going on, but we had so much freedom in our mind, and we had so much imaginative, space and energy that you were able to just kind of, like you said earlier, just let it go. You were just like, okay, this is happening and this person's acting this way. Now I'm just going to go ahead in my little world and pretend and play. Yeah. And it wasn't a problem. Now we're older, and even when we're away from the stressors, it's like still there. Like it's still marinating in your head. Yeah. And so it's like heavier and it's harder to be like, okay, I'm going to turn on the radio and dance. It's like, why would I do that? That sounds kiddish. That doesn't sound like that's going to really help, but it does, because it's therapeutic. Yes. It's something that allows you to release by expressing yourself through movement.
Yep. Yes. I find myself sitting too much, sitting way too much, because I'm sitting because I'm working, and then, okay, I'm done working. I'll be mobile for my son because he has special needs. So I have to move him around. That's like my weightlifting. And then I'm tired. So then I'm back sitting. I'm laying on the couch now watching, whatever shows I can catch. And there's still no movement. And it's like, I think it ages you. It makes you more unhealthy. And it doesn't help fulfill you. Like, you need that movement, health, physically and mentally, emotionally and spiritually. I mean, it all ties in together to get some sort of movement into your body. But dance is just another, sorry, keep holding this thing.
You're fine.
Dance is just another way for me to just be able to be free. And I haven't used that that key in a long time. But I'm gonna keep going at it, keep doing it, because
I'll say keep going. And I saw your latest video. I was like, hey, girl, go ahead. Go ahead. I like it. Hey, I have nothing against it at all. I'm for it. I'm for it. So one of the things that I saw in the first video that you posted, even in the other one, was just like this confidence. Now, would you say that when you're picking and selecting music, that you're selecting it from that place of confidence, or are you just like selecting it from, I'm just listening to whatever music I'm a vibe to?
sometimes it comes from me just intentionally wanting to hear a song. But like the latest song, like the latest post that I put up of me dancing, that was just the background party music. And that confidence that you see is genuinely, it is pretty much my creative spirit that overrides my insecurity. I was told by a few dance teachers in my past that when I dance, my face completely changes. And so I'm not aware of it, that it changed from before I started moving. But having recorded myself and seeing it, I see it too. Like, I don't even realize that I'm doing it. But you can kind of see it in my first dance, because I have many different facial expressions. One that looks like I wasn't sure about that move. Then one to is like, I'm confident, I'm sexy about it. And the last post that I put up in me dance, I was fully confident because it's a party, so I did have a couple of drinks. So
hey, we're adults playing. That's when the benefits. Exactly. We're adults playing.
Exactly. So I was fully already just on. I was just already on, and so I forgot the question, but
no. You're totally fine. Do you find yourself listening to like one genre of music, or just any music that comes to
different
music?
Oh my gosh, I still listen to my 90s music, girl. That's the music that actually sparks me, because that's where we at, okay? From 90 on, okay?
Yes.
Don't get me started about with my old school too, so it's that, and I have some alternative music that I do like. I do like some Green Day. I love Gwen Stefani. So
Smashing Pumpkins.
Exactly. So it's just depending on my mood, how I'm feeling. Usually when if I'm like upset of something, I want to hear something angry, but I try to like, let me go to something that's more upbeat, because I don't want to stay there, but I want to hear a couple of songs. I'm like, okay, let me hear like I'm Sorry. That's Beyonce, Sorry. And go from there. I'm like, okay, then I can listen to some Formation, and go to it just to make it just go, okay, I may start off dark, but then keep changing it to something lighter, and to something more fun.
And I believe that I'm glad that you said that, because I believe that really does speak to that therapeutic nature of it, because you're starting off kind of like where you're at. Like, I'm feeling kind of dark, I'm feeling kind of gloomy. Mm-hmm. And so you listen to something that really does speak to, and articulates what you're feeling.
Yes.
And then as you keep on with your music selection, before you know it, you're like dancing to something very, very light and spirited, and you feel uplifted.
Yes, I do.
So
there's even some song tunes in my playlist. Like, I got the whole Wiz soundtrack. So when Brand New Day comes on, I'd be like, okay, it's the spirit taking over. Could I put my playlist on shuffle sometimes? So when Brand New Day come on, it just gives you a different feeling. And then the next one may be Kendrick Lamar's, DNA.
Mine is like that too. Mine's like that too. I got like the Dolly Parton right here, and then I may have my Kirk Franklin right here, and then I may have following that up with like a little bit of that OPP or something like that. So I mean, it's just, but I will admit, I'll ask myself while I'm dancing to it, after I just got done singing, like "Tell Man, Take Me to the King," and now I'm over here on a Juvenile. I'm like, is this seem right? But is this right? But it feels so good.
Because that is life. In one moment you be praising, the next moment you twerking. That's life.
Oh yeah, I do. I will admit, I'm like, this doesn't. Now, since we are talking about having that contrast, and we're both from a past of liturgical dance. I did liturgical dance when I was much younger, like I want to say middle school. Maybe high school, and then picked it up again, or maybe a little bit younger, and then picked it up again in my 20s and had my own studio. And then when my husband and I met and we got married, then I led the liturgical dance at the church.
Mm-hmm.
Then when that changed and we were no longer at the church, and, you know, like you said, life happens, responsibilities happen, and your mom and this and that, wasn't doing it anymore. And I don't do it, you know, right now like I used to. And I want to get back into it. But do you feel any like conflict spiritually whenever, you know, whenever, how can I put this, whenever you're listening to other music that's outside of, you know, gospel worship music and you're dancing to it?
Not at all. I don't.
I did. I will admit it. I did. I'm feeling better about it now, but I went through it for a little while where I was like, of course, I call the church we went to an occult. So anybody that's listening to it, you know, from the church, sorry. But I do. I call it an occult because they were like, throw away all your music, throw away all your movies from the past because you're not supposed to be, you know, a part of that. And we threw away some of our stuff. Mm-hmm. Some of it I kept. I was like tucking it away. But I felt kind of indifferent spiritually because I was like, I want to listen to this other music because I just want to have fun.
Right.
And so I did. I felt that battle.
Yes.
So, like, what would be your, because you said you didn't, which I like that you didn't. What would be your advice for someone like myself who's like, I'm coming from more of I got hooked up in an occult and now I got to figure out how to just enjoy myself again.
Okay. So a few years ago, my church went through a similar thing to where it was about throwing away a lot of the secular music. And I didn't necessarily throw, I just made a conscious effort to stop listening to it as much. And it was a tear for me a little bit. Like I just, you know, I felt because the music I was listening to that was gospel, I was digging it. It was cool. But then, you know, I just felt like I was not being true to myself. I felt like I was like not nourishing myself, even though I know it's secular music, but there are certain songs that speak to you. Certain songs have real word that's directly for you, you know, that for you to hear. It's a message. A lot of songs are messages. And so even though because the church deems it as, oh, this is not right, you know, whatever, because this person, there's a lot of things people can say that's controversial about the Bible also. However, you know, I got back into secular music more along with my gospel music. I just found songs that spoke to me. Like I don't listen to every rapper, every singer that comes out just because they're popular. If I like their music and it resonates with me, I will listen to it because it resonates. Some things don't. And so I just don't listen to that. But, you know, God knows you and you know God, how you guys know, you know, you have your own personal relationship. And, you know, there are certain songs, whatever songs that speak to your heart, no different than how God speaks to your heart, you should be able to enjoy. If it's not hurting anybody, not hurting you, what's wrong with it? You owe no man anything but to love them. And that includes yourself. So make sure you're loving yourself and music that speaks to you, that really feeds your soul. And I'm glad you said that. Yeah,
I received it. I do. Like I told you, I'm taking this in because when you had posted the video, and that's why I had commented on, I was like, this speaks to me because I really do want to get more to a place of being me because I enjoy music and I enjoy being free with dancing to music.
Yeah.
And it release so much, you know, anxiety or frustration, anger, any of those negative, dark energies for me is released. It's always been a very therapeutic, you know, just method of fun.
Yes.
So I enjoyed what you were showing, and I'm thankful that you did post it. I know that you said it took a lot of courage for you to do it. So I'm glad that you did do it. Do you plan on posting any more?
Yes, I will. I definitely do. Yeah, I do want to really post like a pom, like do something when I do a lot of dancing with my pom-poms. I have these gold obnoxious pom-poms.
We had silver and blue with the little wood right here.
They're little pom-poms, you know, and I love dancing with those when I was in high school. Like that was my ish, girl. So that to me almost seems easier to dance with because it's like, because you don't really have to worry about your hands. Like the hands is just, you know, they going.
And we thought we were from Bring It On. We did.
Yeah.
And the little handles, just like,
Yes. But yeah, it's just a freedom, and I think we should be able to share it. I know the younger kid. Yes, Chris G5G. He goes to my church. I just, I feel like, the kids that nowadays that post, they're just so free. Like me, I'm in 40s. I'm like, and I need to just let it go. Like, it is what it is. I think I just always have had like my own, my own kind of like invisible brick wall with myself, to where, if it's not like of a certain excellence, then, I don't want to show it. But I am excellent no matter what. And I need to just let those trying to be being perfect, let it go, because life is not about perfection. We're all perfectly imperfect, and I just need to chill out,
I agree.
and just enjoy myself. Like, yeah, and just enjoy yourself, like with your day, with stretch, like just get back into you.
I receive that. I do receive that. I do. I'm so glad to be connecting with you. Like I said, this is feeding me. And for anyone else that's out there, and some people said y'all were dope. Someone just said that to you.
Yeah. Thank you, Chris.
I love you, Lord. Break out the palms. Yes, break out the palms. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that too. But yeah, this is encouraging for me. Like I said, I want to get back into, because I'm already doing, my play therapy with my dolls and so forth. And I write for a living, and I enjoy that. And now I'm doing yoga. And so I really honestly want to incorporate my yoga with my dance and get that vibing. But like you said, it's just like getting yourself pumped for it. So this is encouraging for me. In fact, since I've seen her video, I've even did more dancing in the kitchen and stuff. So
I want to see your dances. And I think that's a story in itself. Like, you writing this story of how you're incorporating like these two passions into one and making something new that will bless so many people. Like, that is awesome. Like, you're a triple threat right now, because you can create and make a whole new like innovative platform.
I receive that. I receive that. Then you tell me that your mom did dance aerobics. That was like, I was like, oh, okay, I can do this thing.
Yeah. Yes, you can.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We definitely we have to stay connected. I don't want to keep you too long, but I do have one more question. Do you watch any dance movies?
I do watch dance. I have watched dance movies. My favorite one of all time, hands down, still watch it, Flashdance. That was,
oh yeah, girl, with going to the back of water.
Like, seriously, like their performances when they had to get on the stage, like Imagination, Manhunt, those were my two favorite performances. I mean, everybody knows Maniac, but that was just like the workout session. And then
it was,
yeah. but
that movie though, within her, the storyline itself, was really deep. Yep. Her having to gain the confidence when every obstacle was hitting her.
Exactly.
And she had to overcome that.
Yes, exactly. That is my favorite one. Then I have like cartoon favorites, which was, no, you didn't say Electric Boogaloo, Chris. I know that one, but that ain't one of my favorites. But it is Flashdance, and then it was Jim and the Holograms. Like, there was just, rivalry.
Yes!
Girl.
Yes. I had them. I had the toys. I had the dolls. I love Jim.
Okay. So I've always loved that. And of course, Bring It On. Gosh, I really wasn't into, I saw Honey, but it wasn't one of like my all-time faves or anything like that. Nothing has really beat Flashdance.
I like Flashdance. I like Center Stage.
It's okay.
I did. I like that last performance, but I really I'm trying to think of the name of it. Darren knows it. What's the name of that with that Channing Tatum guy? And he met his wife on that one. Step Up!
Oh, yes. Step Up was good. Step Up was good. Yes, that's right.
Step Up was, especially that. I'm all about the dance scenes. I mean, now the storyline was all right. The storyline was all right.
Yeah.
But the last part, when they incorporated, fused that ballet with the hip hop, I was like, ah! I was excited.
I like it.
And the one movie with Omarion, I should know the name.
Oh, gosh. Girl, I forgot. Ooh.
That one was good.
That was good. Yes. I Karen?
Stomp the Yard. You
There
gotta
you
put
go.
Stomp the Yard in it.
Yes.
And they like pop out. I was like, what?
Yes.
Yeah, so there was a time that's all I did was just watch dance and listen to music. That was really it.
Yes.
It's harder now to do that. You know, you got family and so forth, but I want to thank you for really stepping out and blessing us by posting your video, because it does take a whole lot of courage. I did like one TikTok before, but I did some dancing, and I think I like recorded. And when you talked about like going over and over and over it again, and mine was like really, really short, and I felt kind of like, I don't know if I want to do that again. I don't know. And I know that You Got Served. Yeah, that's the name of the movie. Yeah. I know a lot of people, are, you know, that's what they're doing. They're like pushing out their dance moves and they're pushing out the comedy. Yeah. And I've had both of those backgrounds, and I'm just like, I don't really know if I'm ready to do that on this platform. But I like what what you're doing and what you're saying. Like I said, I received what you're saying, so it's been encouraging to me.
That's what's up.
To get back out there and do it again, because it's fun.
Yes. Have you ever heard of Legendary? A show called Legendary? It comes on X. No. Girl, I just got through catching up with my episode today. It's really good. Basically, it's ballroom dancing, but not the traditional like waltzing ballroom dancing. This is Queens dancing, dance hall. And so they're houses of like 4 to 5 team members, and they battle. They come up with dance routines, their costumes. It's just very exciting. And then there's 4 judges. Kiki Palmer judges on there. Last year is Megan Thee Stallion. But it's a really good, it's like just a fun, exciting like show to watch. That's it.
I'll have to check that out. Yeah. I'm gonna check that out. No, I used to watch So You Think You Can Dance. And I used to like that one a whole lot. Now that one sounds kind of, the one you're talking about sounds a little bit similar to that, except for you said like the costumes and everything. But yeah.
Oh, they have special challenges, like as a house. They'll have like a whole like horror night. So I have to come up with different themes of, you know, for their house, and it has to coincide with their fashions and be incorporated with their dance. Sometimes they have props they have to use. They had it was like a school one, into where their props were like the monkey bars, the spinning thing that we used to spin on. They don't have at parks anymore. The jungle gym and stuff, like apparatus. So those are part of like the props. It's just a really fun dance show to see the different creativity, and they do the death drop a lot. You know what that move is?
Yeah. The one looks like a split, and it looks like you may have like totally separated everything in between.
So one leg left up in the air. Yes. Yeah,
exactly. Like, oh man,
it's really cool, and I just love what the kids are doing now, and it's just inspiring. But I think it's just a really fun like show. It's serious, but it's not, because it's supposed to be fun. It's for like a cash prize, but I think you would like it, like just to spark creativity and just get that.
I will definitely check that out, because and that's the thing about it with dancing. You do want to, you know, have fresh ideas and stuff, so that you're not doing, just like you said earlier, like I don't want to keep doing the same moves, you know. And I saw myself dancing, I was like, you know, I'm not moving my legs, and it is, you know, it's something that the more that you practice and the more that you're like conscious of what body parts are moving, and you're checking out other shows, like you said, and what they do, I think that it does help.
Yeah.
So I will definitely check it out, because I can't keep rolling with the, you know, 2008 moves.
Girl, mine is older now. I got 97. I got 1997 moves, girl. That was high school. That was.
Shoot, I used now back in the day, because I did do the liturgical dance, I did contemporary dance, and you know, whatever freestyle dance. But back in the day, I was a clubber in undergrad. Oh wow! And I remember my husband, he told me, he was like, when we met, you know, well, no, this was after we got married. And he was like, you know what? I think I remember seeing you before. And I was like, you did? And he's like, yeah, I saw you out in the club. And I was like, no, you didn't see me out in the club. And then what really did, he was like, you were dancing up on the bar. we had a train going, you know, like just like a little dance train. And I was like, that could have been me. He said, yeah, you had a cowgirl hat on, and you did jello shots. Do you know it took me a long, it was so long ago And we got so drunk, so plastered. I didn't even remember the Jello shots, but when he said it, it was like a flashback. I was like, "Oh my God, you did see me!"
That is hilarious. He remembered you more than you. Wow. Look at that.
I was like, "You should have came up to me. We could have got this thing going earlier."
Yes. That's what's up. Okay.
So yeah, I tell you, but dance has always been, that best friend. And so,
Yeah.
you know, when you're not dancing, it feels like a part of you is just, you don't, for me, I don't really feel like I'm connected the same because I don't dance the same.
Yes. It felt like a part of me was dying. That's what it felt like. Like when you said away, I felt like a internal weird sadness. Like, what is that? Like, you know, you got stuff, you know, you already supposed to take care of. So you have to be there for, right, fill out forms, whatever. That's responsibilities. But I'm like, something in here, what is missing? Like I have had a lot of life changes in the past couple of years, as far as where I live, who I live with, who's in my family and whatnot. And so I had to just kind of, you know, work my way through the sadness with prayer, with just being committed to making myself and my children happy as much as possible in my life. And so, but I still wasn't necessary. I still felt something was missing, and it was really dance. Because I'm like, I'm not having fun. Like I'm in a more happier space, but I'm not giving myself that fun for fulfillment that no one can give me but me. You know, and that's a gift from God. And so, it's something to use. It's a talent to not be buried. Don't bury it. It's a talent you have. You're supposed to be utilizing it, and it's not just for you. It's obviously for all the people, you know, in one way or another. So, girl, get the writing, get the stretching, get the dancing. Girl, we waiting for you.
I received that. I do.
Yeah.
Lord, I want to thank you. I want to thank you so much for, honestly, you've blessed me during this conversation. I hope everybody else has been blessed. I'm getting mine. Honestly, I'm gonna be selfish with it. I'm getting mine. I do. I appreciate what you said, and I'm definitely gonna take everything that you said into prayer, and I'm gonna do something with it. And we're gonna stay in contact.
Definitely.
We're gonna stay in contact.
Yes, please. Let's do this again for sure.
Yes. Yes. Tell your family I said thank you so much for allowing me this time with you. Because I don't, like I told you, I said I want to do this in a certain measure of time so that.
Appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Appreciate you too. Thank you guys for joining. We'll be back again and we're going to conversate again too. Thank you again.
Thank you, beautiful.
Thank you, beautiful. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.